The use, share, build is exactly how our family came into the business over 45 years ago. A good friend at a little country church where we attended used the products, shared with my mother because she knew my mother had some major health issues she was dealing with. My mother used the products. You're seeing a rhythm here. Had a turnaround, major 180 in her life. Couldn't help but share the products with others. My mom and dad realized that, this thing can solve some financial issues, some problems, open some doors of opportunity for our family. So they conscientiously decided to build a business, and they did that. I went off to college 2 years later. I was like 17, 18 years old. I went through the same process on my own, used the products, had a turnaround, shared the products without even really knowing it several times, and have leaders today because of that, and then decided in 1974 to build a business along with my parents. Looking back over the years, I still can't believe the incredible benefits that Shackley has provided. Flexibility in time and income to do the things that are important to us, certainly travel literally around the world, and then probably most importantly, and you've heard this as a common theme this week, the friends that you develop in Shackley. Sometimes isn't it hard to tell whether you're just having a good time or actually doing business?
Well, we've all heard about the Shackley ripple effect. You share Shackley with somebody, that person goes on and shares Shackley with somebody else, and they share with somebody else, and they share with somebody else. And what results is someone you may have never known, you may have never crossed paths with, will experience Shackley. They'll learn of Shackley in a way that you couldn't have touched them, but that rippled down from you sharing with that first person. In our 45 plus years as in the Shackley business, we've really experienced that ripple effect. We've shared Shackley with others, and now it's resulted in a Shackley family of business members and builders and business leaders 13 generations down that we wouldn't have crossed paths with, and now they're part of our Shackley family. And we've been so blessed and privileged to get to know each one of them and to work alongside of them, and we just love every one of them. We're going to be joined on stage here with a couple who they are fifth generation Shackley key coordinators. I would like you to help me welcome to the stage our friends, Willie and Susan Oates.
It was so exciting. I was teaching full-time, and that year, the year that I came to know about Shackley, one of the guidance counselors, she was my friend, and I said to her, I'm so excited for you. You are doing so beautiful. I was dragging getting through finals. Teachers have to go through it too. I know it's a different, but still writing the test and all that, and I had no energy. And she says, come into my office at your break, Susan. And she says, let me tell you about something. So she shared with me. And at first I was like, vitamins, really? She said, do you have any at home? And I said, oh yes, but I never really take them. They don't do anything. And she says, you know that Shackley's different. And I said, I'll try them. And I did. I felt so good. But then I came home and told my 4 sons and my Marine husband, and they really weren't as excited as I was.
I was a skeptical spouse. Wife, being a teacher, told me that as long as we ate right, we would get everything we needed nutritionally in our food. So I tried them, worked for me. And then we shared them with our children, and sometimes it takes a while to get through to our children. But every once in a while it happens. When I got here, a woman came up to me, a young woman came up to me, and she saw my name tag, and she says, "Oh, are you related to the Oates?" And I said, "I am the Oates." And I said, "But I think you're talking about my son, Nathan." And I'd like to now, it's our pleasure to introduce to you our son, Nathan my senior key coordinator.
We know in Shackley, products work, right? And I knew it. So that whole story with my mom and dad, we knew as kids and as being younger, they said, you need to take these products. And I was like, I'm not going to take any products. What is this? You guys are pushing stuff now? What in the deal? I mean, I'm like, this is scary. Now, this new product, these new, right here, the new little strip, FYI, the Viveks, they're not like bursty chews, so don't try to eat them. Just FYI. It is not dropping little Viveks in there and you're like, oh, that doesn't work. So just FYI. So we know the products work. But what I needed to find out was, does the business work? Because we came, and for some of you who know our story, Ginny and I's story, went through some major transition in our life. Lost a few jobs back to back. We had a son, we have a son, who passed away from SIDS just a little over 8 years ago. And it just transformed us. It totally brought us together, and we had to come to the place of going, what are we going to do? And we had to find, what is the next step in our life? Well, if you have kids, parents, and I've always said this, don't give up on your kids with Shackley, okay? Don't give up on your kids. So my mom and dad, they didn't give up on me, and so they said, hey, why don't you come to the global conference? And I've been taking for years, and they'd already been building a Shackley business, and I knew the products work, and I'm going, I don't know, but we'll come. We don't have any money right now, and you're paying gas and free childcare. You know what that means? It's a makeout time. We're going to be getting away from our kids. It's time. So we were up in the far balcony up at the St. Louis Rams Stadium, and we're sitting up there, and we're just like, this is the best thing we're going to get right now. And all of a sudden, this amazing man by the name of Roger Barnett comes out and says, we're starting a new program called Fast Track. And prior to that, we had several people kind of share three different words of saying, we just feel like you're on a fast track. And I was like, fast track to poverty? What? I don't even know. And so when Roger came out and he shares this, we start to cry up in the balcony, and we look at each other, and I said, I guess we're on fast track. And so we began to go down that journey. I said, next year we're going to be on that stage, sweetie, and we were. And we continued, and we were one of the first in the company to finish Fast Track, and it was an honor to be able to do that. But the great thing about this whole effect, because as you see Dan and Charity and my mom and dad, there's this effect that continues on from generation to generation, and this trust is built, because you know when you have relationship first, business follows. You ever notice that relationship first, business will follow? And so we began to just reach out to our friends and to love them and to lead with love and to have this trust factor. And so what we did was we reached out to, and one specific that I want to introduce to you. She's an amazing, amazing woman. She had some issues. She has an amazing story of her own. But we built trust, and we built a relationship. I've known her and her family for years. We love each other. Our families love each other. Our kids play together and do all kinds of stuff. And because of that relationship, there was trust that was passed on. There was an effect in her life and in her family. And I want you to give a warm welcome to this wonderful woman, new senior key coordinator, Brooke Thomas. Give it up.
I'm so grateful to be here. And I am so thankful for relationships. I'm thankful for the relationship that I have with Nathan and Jenny, and that I had the day that I did call them. I called Jenny. She's my girlfriend. I had some health issues. I had some health scares. And so when Nathan and Jenny shared with me the products in this company, I was just blown away. I didn't know that there was something like this out there. And so we started taking the products. My whole family started taking the products, and we loved the products, but I did not want to do the business. But I told everybody about the products, because when you like something, you share it, right? That's what I do. So I was doing the business, and I didn't even realize it. I was sending everybody to Jenny and Nathan, and I kept telling them that I did not want to do this business. Until they finally contacted me, and they said, Brooke, do you know that you're doing this business? You could have already had your products paid for if you weren't sending everybody to us. So I started doing the business. The light bulb went off. I started to do the business, and I started to understand how the business worked. And it truly transformed my life in another way. I had no idea the type of relationships I was going to come across. I didn't know how it was going to transform my life on so many levels. I became a better mom. I became a better friend. I became a better wife. And then I was able to pass that down to so many people, and I've been able to see that in their life. And, you know, that's what our team is all about. I mean, we really are in love with each other, and we really do have fun together. And it's just been such a blessing in my life to have people that are just so positive, that really are on the same page, because I think that's what we all search for in life. We want to be around people that are positive, that want to make an impact with us, instead of being, you know, all by myself at my kid's soccer game, the only one bringing oranges instead of donuts. And so I have my Shackley girlfriends and Shackley moms that I can call that really relate to just being a mom, and it just means so much. There's so many people in this audience that have become Shackley sisters and Shackley moms to me, and I even have some Shackley brothers, and that's just been life-changing too, just to feel a sense of belonging and feel like so many people care. And so that leads me to the next person I want to introduce you to. It's kind of a unique story, because there's actually somebody in between us that doesn't do the business anymore. And so you never know who your superstar is going to be a couple levels down, potentially. And what happened was, I had a girlfriend from college that reached out to me on Facebook looking for green cleaners, and I shared the products with her. I shared the business with her, and she joined the business. She then introduced it to her friend. They lived in New Jersey, and she joined the business. We started talking long distance. The girl in between stopped doing the business, and I developed a relationship with the girl underneath her, and then the girl underneath her. It was truly a long-distance relationship for the first year, until we met in the New York regionals where Roger Barnett was speaking, and we met in the bathroom because they recognized my voice. And this girl has truly become one of my best friends, my sister, and we literally go not only on Shackley trips together, but we go on other vacations together, visiting each other's homes. Our kids love each other, our husbands get along, and that's what it's all about. You never know. I have this relationship with Jenny and Nathan that I've known forever, but these girls that you're gonna meet, I've only known them for a few years, and I'm closer to them than some people in my own family, and that is what is just truly transformational. So I want to introduce you to the person that will truly be my first master coordinator very soon. I want to welcome key coordinator Lauren Napoli.
This is crazy. I just want to say thank you to Brooke. I have never met such a loving, supporting, encouraging peer that truly believed in me when I didn't even believe in myself. I thank God every single day for bringing Shackley into my life. So not only has it been a blessing for health reasons, but financially as well. I always wanted to be a stay-at-home mom, but in today's economy, it's almost impossible to survive off of one income when there's college to save for, weddings to save for, retirement to plan for, and being married to my husband who's in finance. Very difficult. In fact, but it's a great partnership, because he told me when I said, "Oh, I found my ticket out of corporate America," he said, "No way." But I looked at him and I said, "Guess what? I'm going to do it anyway." So, because I had someone that I had never met before in my life cheering me on from afar and believing in me and encouraging me when I had no idea what to do or how to do it, but I knew I was just going to do it. So this has afforded my family so many things that we could have never dreamed of. And, it's just brought such a community of loving and care into my life that I truly didn't have before this. And it is the best self-help course I have never knew I ever needed. So with that said, it is my passion and my privilege to share this gift of Shackley with other families, to help them take back not only their health, but their homes as well. Because I was able to replace my corporate income within my first year, and it's only gone up. So this next person I am truly proud of. She has been there since the beginning as one of my most loyal and encouraging, supportive friends. We had just met, and this woman has made such a transformation, not only in her health, but in her personal development as well. And we have linked arms, and we have done this step by step. I would do absolutely anything for this woman, and I know she feels the same for me. Brad may be my husband, but she is my true partner. So please, let's welcome Senior Executive Coordinator Heather Hirsch.
This has been the most amazing journey in my life. 4 years ago, I moved to Jersey. I met Lauren. She moved there a month before I did. She was quitting her job and selling cleaning products. I just wanted to support her. I just loved her energy. She was beautiful and just passionate, and I just wanted to be her friend. So I went to her house and I listened about Shackley, and I thought it sounded good, and let me just try these products. So I started with some vitamins and protein, and I said, I will never do this business with you. I will always be a loyal customer, but I will never do this business with you. She never pressed upon anything, but she just kept being my good friend. 4 months later, I experienced such a transformation. How can I not share this with other people? And my mindset changed. How can I not share this with people if it changed my life? So I said, Lauren, let's talk about this business. Had no idea how to really manage all the back end stuff. But you know what? I have a heart, and I am a people person, and I want to share this with everyone that I know. So that's what I did. I started sharing it with everybody and not worrying about all the little stuff. Fast Track scared the heck out of me, but guess what? I finished. I hit executive coordinator. I made $25,000. I said to my husband when I first went to him, I said, listen, I was scared. I was like, do you mind if I start this business? And he's like, Heather, I just spent $10,000 on a business. I have no idea when I'm going to make my investment back. You want to take a couple $100s and start this business, which at the time he thought was a hobby? Have at it. I made my investment back the first month. And since then, I've been on all the trips to cruises in Mexico and Napa and wine and dines and made the best friends. This is a relationship business, and these girls are my sisters. They've taught me so much about myself, and they love me unconditionally and support me and encourage me, and they're such a big reason that I stay in this on the good days and bad days, because we all have them. And I'm able to be home with my kids, and Lauren and I are 4 doors from each other, and we get to do play dates together on business meetings and events, and it's just been, it's not work. It's a lifestyle. We're living it. We are living the dream, just like all of you. And we all want a strong rock star, right? We all want that really great, strong leader. And we look, and after 3 years, I found her. And it wasn't somebody that I knew my whole life. It was another mom at my daughter's dance studio. And she's watching me, and, I'm talking about Shackley, and she's looking at me with her friends, and her friends go over there and find out what that girl Heather's doing with those shakes. So Janine, the holic, she's, doesn't have fear. She comes up to me, actually, on my birthday, and says, not to be obnoxious or anything, but why is what you're doing so much better than what I'm doing? And I wasn't intimidated at all. I loved it, because what's my favorite thing to talk about next to the business opportunity is the Shackley difference, because nobody out there can touch what we have. Roger said on this stage the other day, we have the best products out there. So I told her about the Shackley difference, and she grabbed onto that, and she has not stopped. And she's had amazing growth and amazing story and amazing energy. And it's my privilege and honor to introduce to you my executive coordinator, Janine Mahalik.
It's amazing. How lucky am I to be a part of this amazing family? And when I say family, I truly mean they are my family. It's funny, when I was sitting there listening to each one of their stories, I heard a common thread in every single one of them, and that was the power of one. One conversation, one relationship, one friend, one question changed their entire life. For me, my Shackley story actually began before I ever even knew what Shackley was. 20 years ago, when I was 18 years old and a freshman in college, my mom passed away from cancer. And before she died, she made me promise two things. Number one, that I would always take care of my health and be healthy and try to do my best to stay healthy. And number two, that I would take care of my father. So I took that to heart, but as a young kid, I really didn't know what that meant. But I did. But what I did do is work out constantly. I ran, I exercised. I was an athlete my whole life. I thought I was healthy. I ate right. I thought I was doing everything right. I got married. I had 3 beautiful children. And then I was exhausted. I could barely get out of bed in the morning. I was missing me. I didn't know that part of me as a stay-at-home mom, and I love my kids, but I was missing something. So, like Heather said, I asked my dear friend Heather that one question. I came up with the courage to ask her that question. And the Shackley products, as we all know, are the best, and they transformed my health. I all of a sudden had the energy to be with my kids. I felt like me again. But it didn't stop there. I felt better. I felt great. And all I could think about were the other people in my life that needed Shackley. So I partnered with Shackley, and I'll be honest with you, I had no expectations for what I wanted in the beginning of this business. I just led with my heart. I led with love, and I reached out. The first person I reached out to was my father. He got on Shackley products, and it completely transformed his health. I know for a fact that this company was sent to me to not only help him. When I found out that and saw that Shackley was helping my now 79-year-old father not just survive, but thrive, I knew I had to share it with the world. I knew I had to tell everyone and anyone about this company, about this opportunity. And my business exploded because I just went out there from my heart to others' hearts and completely just tried to help anyone and everyone that I could. But what I didn't realize was how it was going to change me as a person. What I didn't realize was that this company was going to give me the friends, the family, and the people that would completely change my life. They taught me to be a better mother. They taught me how to be a mother. They taught me how to be a better friend. They taught me how to be a better me. And they gave me that piece of my life, that individuality that I have needed, and I didn't even know I was really missing. So my mission truly has been to spread that and to share that with everybody else, to tell people that you can change your life, you can make a difference. And with that, I always say that my mission truly is to help one family at a time. And I will be honest with you, as quickly as my business has grown in the last year and a half, we all have our ups and our downs and our struggles. It's not all roses and butterflies. It truly is a constant up and down. And I can honestly say, from all of these people standing up here and so many of you out there, I would not be here today and I would not continue on without the help and support of my Shackley family. So my mission from now until forever is to help one family at a time transform their life, just like all of their families have been transformed. And in that process, I thought of a very dear friend of mine that I've known for years. Our girls go to school together, and her health had been seriously suffering. She had struggled for decades with her health, and she has 3 kids also, and really just wasn't the mom she wanted to be to them. I reached out to her and invited her to an event. And she told me, yeah, you know what, I really want to come check out some of the non-toxic cleaning products. I heard they're really great. Which, don't get me wrong, they are. But I also gently told her, they're wonderful, but you know what? I think maybe you might want to look into the nutritional as well. And she did, and it completely transformed her life as well. And I'm going to tell you her name in a moment, and I want you to remember her name because she is a rising star and a rock star, and she leads everything she does with her heart and with love, and she truly is my sunshine to my day. She makes me a better person every single day for who she is and her positive outlook on everything in life. So it is my pleasure to introduce my very best friend, a Shackley 180 Healthy Competition winner and Senior Director, Stacey Moran.
I am so honored and humbled to be up here with these people and so proud to be on this amazing team. And a special thank you to Janine, who, like you just heard, introduced me to the wonderful world of Shackley. I had come to her at a very rough stage in my life. So Janine took a very long time talking to me about why Shackley was so different, why it was so much different than anything else I had tried out there. So I trusted Janine, I trusted Shackley, and I gave it a try. It was an amazing feeling. I just was healthier then than I had been probably my entire life. And I knew that it was something that I wanted to tell other people about, so I decided to do the business. So by the end of my first year, I had gotten my health back, probably the best health I had been in my life. I had lost nearly 50 pounds. And I was building this amazing team of these amazing people who loved sharing Shackley as much as I did. And I was contributing to my family not only because I was there for them, but I was actually there for them financially too. So it was truly an amazing surprise to just have all those things come together. But the surprises from Shackley didn't stop there. I went to New Directors Conference, which was this amazing experience this past June. And I came back from New Directors Conference kind of ready to hit the ground running. And now I can't wait to grow this amazing lineage, 8 more people deep, and hopefully just continue it as long and as far as we can.